Hello, I'm Camelia, and this is Kini News. Do it if you dare. This is what an UMNO leader told the Parti Muda over their threats to retract support from the unity government. This is after Muda announced they will re-evaluate its position in the unity government after the DNAA was granted to UMNO President Ahmad Zahid Hamidi. Puat Zarkashi has challenged Muda to proceed with its withdrawal of support for the coalition government if the party is man enough. The UMNO Supreme Council member said Muda's warning 2 days ago. He was responding to the statement by Muda President Syed Saddiq Syed Abdul Rahman on Tuesday, urging the AGC to provide a detailed explanation of its decision to grant a DNAA to Ahmad Zahid Hamidi in the Yayasan Akal Budi corruption case. Calling the DNAA one of the biggest red lines crossed, Syed Saddiq said his party would not hesitate to re-evaluate its position in the coalition government. But doing so, the Muar MP said it would effectively deny the current administration a 2/3 majority in the Dewan Rakyat. Muda also said it would launch a protest campaign on the streets pertaining to the matter. Elaborating, Puat urged Muda not to leverage their threat to quit supporting the government as an excuse to be accepted into Pakatan Harapan fold. Furthermore, he said Muda has unofficially quit the coalition government by contesting solo in the 6 state elections. Meanwhile, Syed Saddiq hits back at a Pakatan Harapan's component party after he was criticized for calling out his own allies in the unity government over AGC's move. Muda President Syed Saddiq Syed Abdul Rahman took to Twitter today and fires salvo at DAP. This comes after the party's vice chairperson Nga Korming advised Muda to discuss with the unity government leadership before making any decision on its support. Labeling DAP as a lapdog to Ahmad Zahid, Syed Saddiq reminded Nga when he used to accuse the UMNO president of being corrupt and of Ismail Sabri Yaakob being Zahid's puppet. Syed Saddiq also called DAP hypocrites, power-hungry and without principles. Earlier, Nga, who is also the local government development minister, said it would be more professional for Muda to meet with the top unity government leadership first before making a press statement.
Beliau merupakan antara gabungan antara ahli parlimen yang menyokong kerajaan. Maka selain daripada menerusi media, it will be more appropriate to discuss with the top leadership on the way forward. That is more professional.
In the same press conference, Nga stressed that DAP is a loyal party and would never withdraw support for the unity government despite the court's decision. When asked to comment on the DNAA, Nga said it is up to former Attorney General Idrus Harun to give a detailed explanation. Former Prime Minister Najib Razak deserves to be released from prison in order to strengthen the BNPH coalition, says Khairi Jamaluddin in his latest podcast episode. If the government is serious about curbing the green wave momentum, they should consider releasing former Prime Minister Najib Razak, said Khairi Jamaluddin. Khairi, in his latest Keluar Sekejap podcast episode, said Najib would be more valuable to the PHBN coalition compared to Zahid.
Banding bosku dengan Zahid yang akan bagi nilai tambah kepada PHBN ni untuk mengekang gelombang hijau ni semua adalah Najib. What can this guy do? Kita dah tengok dah, dia tak ada nilai tambah pun. Alang-alang dah nak kitchen sink the whole damn thing and let Najib out. Yeah. He will be more value add to you. Yeah? You've already ended the innocence of Malaysia already. Kau kitchen sink semua benda lah. Kau buat grand amnesty.
Meanwhile, Khairi's co-host Shahril Hamdan concurred, saying Najib's release is not impossible in the realm of real politics. He speculated that Najib's supporters would still continue to pursue about Najib's case despite Zahid being free. Shahril theorizes that the issue cannot be held off for too long within BN until Zahid caves into their demands. Meanwhile, the pair agreed that while they predicted Zahid would be released from his court cases, it still came as a shock to them. Shahril opined that the federal government led by Anwar had sold out to Zahid's demands and PH had lost their credibility from the Reformasi movement.
We are often faced with nutrient deficiency needed for our body. This is why I choose G-Sure. G-Sure is the first plant-based and complete nutrition drink that helps to improve the immune system and strengthen our bodies. It has to be Good Morning G-Sure.
Moving on to the next story, PKR Youth today raised the possibility of a planned plot behind the AGC decision to withdraw the 47 corruption charges against Ahmad Zahid Hamidi. PKR Youth today raised the possibility of a planned plot behind the AGC decision to withdraw the 47 corruption charges against Ahmad Zahid Hamidi. PKR Youth is urging the government to hold a special parliamentary session after Ahmad Zahid Hamidi was granted a conditional discharge from his graft charges on Monday. The wing's Vice Chief Tira Hanim Razali said the government should give the AGC a fixed time frame to find new evidence to recharge Zahid if it does not want to lose credibility with the public. In her statement, Tira also pointed to the developments involving key officials in the AGC prior to the decision. She highlighted that the previous Deputy Public Prosecutor who had successfully established a prima facie case, Raja Rosella Rajatoran, was also reported to have applied for an early retirement. The former Attorney General Idris Harun went on leave prior to the court's decision on Zahid and pending his retirement on September 6. Tira also questioned the AGC's credibility, claiming that it appeared to have a political motive in this particular case. The AGC has defended its highly criticized decision to apply for a DNAA, saying the reasons presented before the High Court were deemed cogent. In another development, Kinabatangan MP Bung Mokhtar Radin and his wife have been acquitted and discharged of all 3 corruption charges. The KL High Court allowed an application by Kinabatangan MP Bung Mokhtar Radin and his wife Zizi Izzet Abdul Samad to quash an order for them to enter their defense in a 2.8 million ringgit corruption case. Judge Asha Abdul Hamid this afternoon allowed the criminal review bid by the couple, which targeted the KL Sessions Court decision last year. Ashar also ordered the couple to be discharged and acquitted of all the criminal charges. When asked by the press to comment on the timing of their acquittal following the recent DNAA of Zahid Hamidi, Bung denied any link between them.
Tapi dalam kes saya, kita melihat hakim telah mengadili dengan sebaik mungkin dan kita telah berjuang dalam perbicaraan ini selama 5 tahun. So it's not related each other. Tidak ada sebab bebas dan saya mesti bebas. Sebab ya hakim telah memberi maklumat bahawa saya kena dibebaskan atas sebab-sebab kegagalan pendakwa raya membuktikan kesilapan saya dan kedua orang saksi utama pendakwa raya telah belok dan ini kenyataan mereka tidak boleh diterima di mahkamah sama sekali.
The Sessions Court on September 2 last year ordered Bung and Zizi to enter their defense on 3 charges of accepting bribes amounting 2.8 million ringgit over unit trust investments. This prompted them to file revision applications in the High Court against the Sessions Court's ruling. Former Prime Minister Muhyiddin Yassin is now claiming his controversial fatwa speech, saying it is haram to vote for a Pakatan Harapan candidate, was taken out of context.
Jangan bagi satu undi pun kepada pihak Suhaizan Kayat. Bekas Speaker. Jangan bagi satu undi. Saya bagi hukum haram.
Muhyiddin Yassin says that he had never issued any fatwa declaring that it was haram or forbidden to vote for a Pakatan Harapan candidate, Suhaizan Kayat, in the September 9 by-elections. In a statement yesterday, the Perikatan National Chairman said he had used the term haram in a speech while on the campaign trail, defending it as simply a figure of speech. He said that as a person who understands religious laws, he cannot arbitrarily issue any religious fatwa. Muhyiddin added that he had not intended for it to be interpreted literally, and he believed that the speech was manipulated by certain parties to mislead the public. The Bersatu president made the remarks during a ceramah in Kempas on September 2nd while urging voters to show their anger to the government. Yesterday, the police said they will question Muhyiddin over his statement that it is haram to vote for PH's candidate in the Pulai by-election. Bukit Aman CID Chief Muhammad Shuhaili Muhammad Zain said the police received 2 reports over the September 2nd speech and that its classified crimes unit will record Muhyiddin's statement next Monday, September 11th. PH Secretary General Saifuddin Nasution Ismail in his response said he is not surprised by Muhyiddin's fatwa because it is a result of influence from PAS. And that is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to kinitv.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook for the latest news updates. If you'd like to support independent media, do consider subscribing to MalaysiaKini.com. I'm Kimilia. Thanks for watching.